Okay, so I spent some time thinking yesterday, and I thought I should lay out some kind of rules that I will follow as far as questioning, like coming forward with a question and then breaking it down based on a specific set of rules, just so that everything is very repeatable. Um, and a new question will follow the same guidelines as an old question, and that way we will have some like consistency. So the first rule, so I'm going to go through the rules and then I'm going to give an example. So the first rule or guideline is that I'm going to follow is that I'll define my terms as best as possible. The second rule is that I will look at two sides of a coin about the question, so that will make more sense with an example. And then the third guideline I'm going to follow is that I will look at two extremes of the question. And so, okay, so getting straight onto the example, for defining terms, let's say that we are thinking about what is, I was going to do what is philosophy. I do actually need to look up the Greek definition. I believe it's a study of life, but I don't want to give you bad information. So let's look at something that we can all sort of relate to. What if a person, how important is it that a person feels? And so we need to define important. So important we can define as we could define it as essential for living. I'm going to define it here as important, meaning so the day-to-day life is enjoyable. So day-to-day life is enjoyable. We'll define person. So person will be a living human being, and feeling in this case will be the sense of touch. So how essential is it for day-to-day life that a human being has the sense of touch on their body? So and we'll keep it isolated to the outside of the body. External touch. So now we look at two sides of the coin, and this would be, is human life essential to the feeling of touch? Meaning that if there was no human life, would there be the feeling of touch in existence? This sense of external touch, hot and cold, and etc. Pressure. So we can say yes, it is easy to observe that there are other things in the world that experience the touch sensation. So no, human life is not essential to the touch sensation existing. Now, is the touch sensation essential to human life? That would be the other side of the coin. That I don't know about, but it is an interesting question. We could dig into that, but that is an example of the two sides of the coin. Is the touch sensation exclusively tied to human life, and is human life, or even yes, is human life tied to the touch sensation? I might have said the same thing twice, but yeah. So the two sides: is touch a human thing? And the other side of the coin would be: are humans? Must humans feel the touch sensation to live? Now, an example of the two extremes would be going on the same one would be: what if human beings felt zero touch sensation, and so they can't feel anything, no heat, no temperature change, no pressure change, there's no feeling, there's no touch sensation on the outside of our body. And the other extreme would be: what if we had an extremely sensitive touch sensation and we felt every single touch that came, the tiniest fraction of variation in temperature and pressure, and we're constantly bombarded by ever-present changes in brushes of clothing, and just the minutest little changes in something going across our skin. What if it was to that extent of touch? So then we have the two extremes, where zero touch, and I guess you could think about it as 100% touch sensation all the time. And so those are the three parameters or rules that I'm going to try my best to follow for every question that comes up. And with that, we should be able to be consistent in our analysis.